In view of the increasingly stringent requirements on concentrate quality in industries such as glass and ceramics, we have developed a quartz and feldspar wet process production line. This production line is based on the mineral processing equipment produced by our company and takes strong magnetic purification equipment as the core. It can effectively remove the fine-grained weak magnetic impurities in the raw ore, significantly reduce the content of weak magnetic impurities such as iron, titanium, manganese in the concentrate, and greatly improve the quality of the concentrate. At the same time, this production line also has the advantages of large output of high-quality concentrate, high degree of automation, low comprehensive power consumption, stable and reliable process, recyclable production water, zero dust in the production process, etc., which greatly meets the demand for high-purity quartz sand in industries such as glass products and building materials. The main process flow of quartz sand and feldspar wet production line is: first, according to the original ore's particle size, hardness, impurities and other characteristics, select 1 to 3 levels of crushing process to reduce the original ore particle size. The vibrating feeder feeds the large pieces of raw ore into the jaw crusher evenly and quantitatively for primary crushing. The crushed raw ore then enters the cone crusher to further reduce the particle size of the raw ore. Finally, the small pieces of raw ore fall into the vertical sand-making machine for pre-grinding and are made into granular ore that meets the process requirements. Then it is lifted by the belt conveyor and enters the silo of the grinding process. The vibrating feeder at the bottom of the grinding silo vibrates the ore evenly into the high-frequency vibrating screen for preliminary selection. The large particle ore sand on the screen enters the ceramic ball mill for grinding. The ground slurry is transported to the desludging bucket through a slurry pump for the first desludging and impurity removal process. The slurry with mud and sand impurities removed passes through the lower part of the desludging bucket and enters the hindered settlement machine for particle size classification. The equipment returns most of the unqualified ore pulp to the ceramic ball mill for regrinding, and the qualified ore pulp is transported to the concentration bucket for the second desludging and impurity removal process. The raw ore slurry enters the hydraulic classifier from the concentrate port at the bottom of the thickening bucket. Under the combined effect of turbulence and gravity in the hydraulic classifier, the tailings are discharged into the tailings pond through the tailings pipeline at the top. Qualified raw ore pulp enters the magnetic separation and impurity removal process stage. First, the pulp enters the GTGB permanent magnet flat plate magnetic separator, which is a patented product of the company and can efficiently separate most magnetic impurities. The pulp after impurity removal enters the GTLH high gradient vertical ring magnetic separator. Under the action of the extremely strong induction magnetic field of up to 20,000 Gauss, the fine-grained weak magnetic impurities in the pulp are completely separated and enter the tailings pond through the slag discharge pipeline. The concentrate slurry is pumped into the thickening bucket by the slurry pump for thickening and dehydration process. The concentrate slurry after preliminary concentration enters the vibrating dewatering screen. Finally, the dried and qualified concentrate is sent to the finished product silo, waiting to be packaged and shipped out of the factory. All tailings generated in the entire quartz and feldspar wet production line are collected and sent to the tailings treatment process. First, the tailings slurry is discharged into a thickening tank equipped with a thickener. After being clarified by the thickener, the beneficiation water is discharged from the overflow tank. And the concentrated tailings slurry is discharged from the central discharge port. Then the tailings are pumped to the ceramic filter for the final dehydration process. The ceramic plate group covered with micropores separates the solid and liquid of the tailings slurry. The separated water can be reused as mineral processing water. The tailings sludge is sent to the tailings yard by the belt conveyor. Our quartz and feldspar wet production lines have advanced equipment, mature technology, and high scalability. We can upgrade the technology quickly and easily to meet customers' higher requirements for product variety and quality. We welcome customers from all over the world to visit our company for guidance.